What's going on, everybody? Should be able to see my bright and smiling, shining face today. Woohoo! Drinking my coffee, back from the AZ. Stuart, can you hear me? Can somebody hear me? Can anybody hear me? All right, perfect. Cool. Well, I'm going to get started then. I don't know why I'm actually showing my face today, but it was kind of fun. So I'm going to switch over to the screens now. Bye, everybody. All right. So actually have quite a bit to cover today to kind of catch up, I think. Let's go through news first. Then we'll go through some general stuff in terms of stocks and gold and all of our normal stuff like that. And we'll go through our pairs. Just a sort of an announcement first. Most of you probably already know, but I think Rob's going to invite me to speak again at the Traders Conference in Houston on May 14th and 15th. If anybody's interested in going to that and hanging out, I think we'll try and do in some part of the downtime, whether it's at the end or somewhere on that weekend, we're going to try and do an FXIT cigar. Okay, so if you can show up and hang out, it'd be fun to get a chance to just sit and chat with all of you guys. So that's May 14th and 15th. I can put a link out if you want it, but I'm sure most of you have it. So it'd be fun to see you guys there. As far as I know, it's still on. As far as I know, it's going. So I'll give you more information as I get it as we go on. Up and coming. I mentioned something in the I think it was in the chat room a little while ago. I'm going to do some stuff differently coming up in the next, I don't know. By the time I go to the conference, things are probably going to look a lot different in how we go about things. I'm overhauling the website right now. I'm trying to get it to be where I want it to be. And just a lot of stuff, I may seem like I'm sort of not paying attention as much as I was before. If that's the case, I apologize, but I just was doing a lot of thinking over vacation and a lot of thinking about how I want to move forward, and I'm going to implement some pretty cool stuff. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some energy on my part, but I think once we get there, it'll be pretty fun. So anyways, that's all for the announcements. If anybody has any questions on anything, let me know. But that's kind of vague and unhelpful at this point, but just know things are going to change. Okay, so let's get into the news. We got Yellen speaking in 14 minutes. The beard, okay. What is she speaking? Where is she speaking? Deliver speech titled Economic Outlook and Monetary Policy. The Economic Club of New York. Okay. I would doubt that she's going to say anything, outrageously crazy about policy at that kind of an event. But if she says anything, interesting, it'll be a market mover. After we get past that, though, we've got, not a lot of news until NFP is in terms of New York sessions. Okay. Dollar news is relatively muted until NFP. Crude oil inventories, probably going to be another rise, right? I don't know if y'all saw it, but there's a really interesting chart on production. I'll see if I can bring it up when we get over to oil. ADP absolutely doesn't move the market anymore. Pound news, it's been a week and a half since I've done this. Pound news, CAD news, GDP on Thursday. Unemployment claims, not going to be a big market mover. This Chinese news on Thursday evening, that could be a relatively big market mover. Okay, that's something that is going to have the potential to affect AUD in New Zealand and the yen during those Asia hours, especially. So that'll be an interesting thing to watch on Thursday, and then Friday, obviously NFP. So no CAD news mixed with it, though. Thank goodness. With a little pound manufacturing thrown in there. So not a heavy news week by any stretch of the imagination. So pretty safe. Not really worried about any levels right now. I was stopped out on the yen while I was on when I went on vacation, and then I just basically canceled all the other orders. So I don't know what happened with those. I'm going to be really honest with you. I didn't pay attention to what happened with those. I've canceled everything and I'm starting fresh this week. So I'm assuming that everybody assumed that, and I should have been more clear on the communication with it, but my bad. Okay, so we've gone through the news. Let's take a look at some of these. OL. It's OL. OL. All right, this is a great looking 4-hour switch over. Okay, the boss pointed down, looking to possibly retake the 4-hour 200. Okay, that seems like an inevitability now, down towards 36.5. All right, that would make a lot of sense if we could, the fib on this thing's kind of a pain in the butt, but at least for me. Okay, you're going to possibly see some buyers in down 37. Okay, 36.5 at the 200. I think so. Okay, but I think that overall, when we talk about oil, okay, oil is going to retest 26 in my opinion. All right, it's just an opinion, but that is based on. I don't have it. I'm trying to think of a place that I would have that picture handy, that chart. There it is. Okay, cool. I got it. Here is a chart that was put up by Zero Hedge last week sometime. Okay, this is probably the most interesting oil chart to me right now that I could imagine. Okay, the green circle is 2008, when oil prices were the last time it bottomed, right? The last time it spiked down. Obviously, okay, the first thing that you see on this chart is that when oil production goes down, that gives room for prices to bottom. Okay, that gives room for prices to say, okay, supply and demand are at least have the potential. And it may have only been a few months of drop there, but that's what triggered the bottom in oil. Okay, that production drop triggered the bottom in oil. Look at where the rig count was then. Okay, look at how many fewer rigs there were in the world. Okay, at that point. That's just actually, if I remember right, this is just U.S. rigs, U.S. land rigs. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. That would make a big difference. But either way, whatever it is, whether it's U.S. land rigs, whether it's total U.S. rigs, okay, the count was a lot lower at that point. All right, and production was in the big scheme of things a lot lower too, right? I mean, if you take a look at where that spike started at 600, I'm assuming that's barrels per day, right? Or no, it's probably in millions or something. Okay, so let's just assume it's 600 million barrels a day, right? Or yeah, it doesn't matter. Exponentially, if you just take the progression of the chart that's there, okay, 600, and you increase that to what is that, 1500 right now? All right, that is a ridiculous amount. You know, that's 2+ times increase in production of oil. Okay, and that hasn't dropped at all. All right, and I've tweeted something last night. Let me see if I can find it too. Sorry, I should have been better prepared for this. But I'm finally starting to be able to get the information that I need to put this story together in my head, okay, and confirm oil shorts, in my opinion. Oh, come on. Sorry, I'll find it. I promise. Sorry, I'm still looking. I really want to show this to you, though. Here we go. Got it. This is a great article. Okay. Spring redetermination. So this is what I was afraid of. Okay. This is what I was afraid of in oil, because all of these oil companies took out debt based on the determination of their reserves. Okay. They took out debt based on how much oil they could, provable resources they had in the ground, right? And were able to borrow against that at a certain dollar per barrel. And I don't know what that is, and you know, I'll never know what that is, but they took out a stupid amount of debt based on price per barrel of reserves in 2014 or whenever they did it. Okay, so this is showing redetermination. Okay, so this is showing how much their reserve value, the value of the reserves that they're able to work with has gone down. Okay, I mean, the top ones have gone down 70–80%. All right, anywhere from 50 to 80%, and that's so that's huge. And so their available credit will be redetermined based on what those reserves are worth now. Right, here's the problem. Okay, maxed out credit lines. This is what I'm talking about. This right here is the whole reason. Okay, this is the whole reason that this is staying here, right? This, okay, we can use a box, that's fine. Oil production cannot drop, all right, because there are so many companies, and this is just the worst of them, right? Even if you're sitting at 70, you know, 50%, right? Even if you're sitting at 40 or 50% of your usable debt, you're still having to produce a ton of oil, okay, to to just service that debt, right? It's just somewhere between 80 and 100% of free cash flow is going to service debt. All right. So there will still be a day of reckoning. Okay. I don't care what oil looks like. There still will be a day. All right. When this production comes, what is going on with this thing? Okay. When production has to drop. All right. I don't know where it'll be, but production has to come down. And I don't think production will come down until you see all of these companies go bankrupt. Okay. Every single one of these freaking companies is going to go belly up. Okay. Or some kind of horrible restructuring event. Okay. That will force production cuts, right? They're gonna have to force production cuts because as of right now, these guys are in survival mode, and they're gonna produce as much oil as they can with fewer rigs and stay in survival mode until they're absolutely forced to stop producing by not being in business anymore. Okay, and the banks and the Fed, you know, the Dallas Fed has done everything they can to make this a soft landing, but it's not going to happen. Okay, this is going to be a major problem, right? And once this happens, once you get 6 months of bankruptcies and oil companies going out of business, and then you get production stops, okay, you get production pullbacks, all right, that's when you tell everybody that you know to buy the monkeys out of oil, okay? Once you see that happen, you go long oil and you stay long for as long as you can stay long, okay? So anyways, there's probably more than I should have gone into there on oil, but that's my opinion, right? Opinions are like armpits. Everybody's got them and they all stink. Okay, S&P. Why is this? Okay, so it looks like we hit an 886 of that move, almost exactly. All right, now this will be the determining point, right? This will be the place where S&P decides if it's going to go higher, if it's going to break this structure and try and go up to new highs, or if it's going to find its way back down to 1812, okay, or 1810. At this point, it's still headed up. Okay, I mean, S&P is still moving up. There's no doubt about it. This has put in a new structure low here, and we'll need to break down there before any lower movement can happen. All right. So, not a lot to talk about on S&P. Let's look at gold. See what gold's doing. See if gold made. So gold broke down out of this this wedgie kind of thing eventually. And where do we sit now? Okay, we're sitting in a place where gold may try and do. Ooh, Yellen's talking. Yellen is popping the euro. Tank. Ooh, risk on, baby. Holy monkeys. Wow. Dollar yen is dropping. Euro's flying. AUD is flying. New Zealand's flying. US CAD is sinking. What did she say? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out what's going on here. Anticipate U.S. fallout from global deviation likely limited. Caution in raising rates is especially warranted. Okay, that's the term. Risk on, guys. Dollar off. Yellen's saying. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Sorry. Trader first. Have to pay attention to what's going on. Okay. I'm back. Sorry. All right. Gold. Good. Should do a gold member intro every time we talk about gold. Gold may be retaking. Okay, this may be retaking a 20 period moving average. Okay, if the Fed becomes dovish, okay, if the Fed becomes dovish, this is going to get nutty, right? I mean, if you, we'll get into it later, but this is, anyways. Gold looks like it's going to continue up. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a Momo here with a continuation up, and on a daily chart. Okay, on a daily chart. Let's look at it on a 4-hour. Probably already not doing crap on a 4-hour chart. All right, so right now, what I see is that if they can break that area, okay, if they can break that area, then gold could be off to the races again. Okay, 1284 could be would be easily the next target. All right, and a break of that liquidity there. See what happens though. All right, we've done oil. What am I missing? Gold. Maybe that's it over here. BAC's down. Oh, well, that's BAC. Sorry, I was thinking DB. What's Deutsche Bank doing? Deutsche Bank, man, those guys are gonna. That's gonna be the next Lehman Brothers. You watch. Halliburton. Is oil going up with this risk on too? Yeah. Yeah. If the Fed is dovish, that could put a whole seriously disturbing spin on oil shorts and how that whole thing's going to work. Interesting. Okay, sorry. I'll focus back in over here. Okay, so we're done here. Let's take a look at what we got going on with the currencies right now, since we're in the middle of a major move here. Okay. Okay, so Euro's popping up like I thought it was going to. I put this in the chat yesterday. All right, oh my Lord, dude, this ATC thing, I swear to you, I can't tell you how many times I've had to redo all this stuff in the last 2 weeks because of friggin' ATC. I'm getting kind of tired of it. If I can just be really honest with everybody here, I'm getting kind of tired of the broker situation. I don't like anybody at this point. Sounds bad, I know. All I'm going to do for now, and we will call it good. Okay, so take out the 50. Hate seeing the 50 in there. Okay, so here's our spots. Okay, I called this out in the room. I said this level or the 786. I wanted to do deals down at 111, 111.20. It never got there. Okay, it just never got there. So I'm kind of missed on this right now. We're about to go restack. Okay, I would assume that, not assume, but the most likely aiming point for euro right now would be this. Okay, would be this liquidity point. we will see what we can do to try and get in on that. I would need a fractal first now, and the ability to re-enter that trade. All right, so gonna have to be a little bit patient and see how this progresses before I can get into that. Okay, but any of you doing STI, this is now a full go on STI longs as far as I'm concerned. Odd is basically the same thing. Okay, full go on well, almost full go. The trade that I obviously missed last week, okay, would have been in here, 618, 786. It wouldn't have hit a 786, but this is what I would have missed, what I missed last week. Okay, so now I will be looking for continuation up through here. And gonna have to wait for levels trades on this. Okay. Yep. All right. Pound. Woo. Pound is getting a boost. A boost. All that Brexit crap out the door. Dovish Fed. Dovish Fed kicks Brexit's ass. All right. So this is going to be an interesting point right here. Okay. This is going to be oops. This is definitely structure. Okay, this is definitely a place where there are a lot of stops right now, and it looks like that's probably going to be taken out. Okay, I don't think that this is going to hold it. I could be wrong, but it's not looking good for that area. Next area of continuation would be here. Okay, so how would I trade this? All right, in terms of levels. Okay, I'm so I'm trying to, I could just rant right here, right now. I could just rant, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep this one to myself for right now and go from there. Okay. Let me just say it this way. In all of these for levels trades, I'm pretty sick and tired of saying that there's nothing that I can do here. Okay. It's really starting to bug me, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. This one is definitely, there's nothing really doable here. Okay. The moving averages are spaghetti, and this could take out the structure right here and then just fall back. Okay. There's really nothing to do there. So New Zealand. Okay. I was calling this one this morning. This is one that I was pretty excited about in terms of trying to find some shorter term stuff on. This is going to be the target right now. Okay, that's going to be a serious area of liquidity on NU right now, and once that fractals, we will be obviously looking for places to get in on this trade. Okay, dollar yen, dollar yen, y'all. I want you to think about something in terms of the monthly chart here. Okay, I'm looking at a lot of monthly charts right now, and I'm going to do some kind of blog post or something on all the monthly charts as we get closer to Friday for the new monthly bar, because the monthlies are giving a good picture here. Okay, the monthly is giving a great picture that US dollar yen is going to continue to fall. All right, at least down to 105 ish. All right, I mean the monthly chart looks could go all the way down to 104 based on the 200, but this looks this looks like a great bar because right now you don't want to be buying this. Okay, right now with this bar you definitely would need to see some kind of confirmation and some kind of glowing green in here to even be thinking about buying this. Okay, so on monthly basis, it seems like dollar yen is a decent short right now. Okay, so with that being said, I am going to be looking for this to make a continuation move. Okay, restack down and find a way to get back down to 111 again. So nothing to do right now, obviously, but I would love to see this thing tank and start to make a new downward formation and allow us to take advantage of that coming up soon. Dollar CAD. This was a trade that I obviously missed. Okay, a 618. Again, sort of like whichever one odd. It didn't get quite to the 786, but would have been a valid trade for us. Okay, I missed it last week while I was gone. This is something that is about to become a pretty decent STI short again, if that's something that you do. And right now, continuation would be 129.20. Not sure that's going to happen, but if oil were to rise, okay, if oil were to rise on a dovish Fed and a weaker dollar, then I could totally see this happening. Okay, could totally see this happening. So, interesting spot here for dollar CAD. As of right now, we're going to have to, dude, gotta change that, dude. That'll bug me. All right. As soon as dollar CAD makes a fractal, though, I will be looking to put in some short orders here. Okay, can't do it right now, but as soon as fractal happens, we can look to be shorting dollar CAD, regardless of what oil does, it looks like. Okay, so pound odd. Pound odd is right in a new formation up to the 200. Okay, we call it a CT formation up to the 200, and it's capped by the 100 so far. We might be able to take advantage of some of this move if we can get a move above the 100. We could look to be placing some orders there, and looking for liquidity at 190.80. All right, but right now, not a lot to do there. Pound New Zealand, that's just ugly. Oh, it's coming off. Interesting. Okay, so not a lot to do there. That's a pretty ugly chart. Euro pound is about to form a new CT back down to the 200. On this one do like. Okay, I do like the 786 and 886 here. So this is the only order that I have placed in my account right now is buying euro pound. Okay, 78 and 78.20. I think that's, yeah. Oh, look at that! Boom. Okay, 78 and 78.20. Those are my two spots to buy euro pound, and a stop down here at 77.60. Okay, not a huge risk. Okay, not a horrible trade. Okay, or in terms of risk, and I like the reward on it right now. Okay, I'm not sure that pound has a lot in the tank, and I think that euro is definitely destined to go to higher places right now. So I like this trade. I already have these orders set, and gonna move forward with this one. Odd New Zealand. Not looking super sexy right now. Okay, boss turned over. You might be able to. Okay, if you were getting aggressive with this, all right. If this would fractal out, you might be able to. Might be able to put a sell order in here. Okay, I would put in one at the 382 with the modified stop above the moving averages. and try and catch this back to the 200. Okay, that's something that you could do if you're into trading on New Zealand. Like I said, the only thing I have going right now is euro pound. I like that trade. This one's not so much my cup of tea right now, but that's something you could do if you wanted to. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers it. How's everybody feeling right now? How's everybody? You know, are you tracking with me? Are you picking up what I'm throwing down here? Any questions on anything? Anything that you want me to look at? Anything that you need me to look at? As of right now, though, euro pound is the only thing I'm extremely interested in at this point. I see a lot of potential coming up if we can get recrosses and a continued dovish Fed. There's a lot of money to be made shorting the dollar right now. Oh, one thing I forgot to show you, this this is a super good looking trade to me. Okay, why? Hey, sometimes I hate MT4. Okay, 69. Okay, 69 is a freaking go word for NU. Okay, that is like stop run mania there. Okay, that is there is some serious shiz about to go down at 0.69 for NU. Okay, and this is part of what I want to be involved in. So I am seriously banking on the fact that we are going to be able to get a 382 pullback on whenever this fractals, okay, and be able to get in on this bad boy, because 0.69 is looking like a primo spot. Okay, all right, I think that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all around and see you in the chat. Here's to a cheers to a dovish Fed. Maybe not for oil shorts. Anyways, all right, talk to you guys later.